YouTube page on the right.
Well, it's a good evening, George Cross fans. What a night tonight is going to be. Round 18 of the NPL Men's Victoria match between the hosts, our boys, Caroline Springs George Cross versus the visiting Preston Lions, coming to you live from City Vista Decker Park. What an occasion this is going to be. These two teams have faced each other over the last nearly 8 decades, 77 years to be exact. And we started all the way back in 1947 for those who are playing along our home. We want to thank our matchday sponsors. We could not do it without them. It's Visit Malta. From world-class football facilities to crystal clear waters and historic cities, Malta is the perfect destination for sport, culture and relaxation. Visit Malta, a Mediterranean experience like no other. Also want to thank Decker. The Decker Trifecta weekend is coming to Shepparton on the 1st and 2nd of August. 3 challenges, 1 goal to prove your fitness. Can you do it? Make sure you sign up to the Decker Trifecta weekend online. Thank you all for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big occasion here for the boys, and we hope wherever you're watching around the world, let us know on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you as always. Make sure you cheer the boys home, and hopefully they can deliver the 3 points. Kickoff is underway in almost 5 minutes. This is going to be a big one. Let's go. Round 18 Chanel NPL Victoria match between the hosts Caroline Springs George Cross and the visiting Preston Lions, coming to you live from City Vista Decker Park, all thanks to NPL Victoria's YouTube page. My name is Alex Sivkarowski, and joining me in the gantry this evening is Alex Stojanovski. Welcome to you, Stodge. What an occasion this is going to be tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute belter of a game. 2 sides really vying for their spot for the top 6 and playing finals series in the Chanel NPL Victoria.
Well, these two teams are synonymous with Victorian football and also Australian football. These historical teams here, a rivalry, Stodge, I'm not sure if you're aware, almost date back to 8 decades, 77 years to be exact. They first played each other in 1947, and they've been quite, going through the ranks to the top tier of Australian football. Unfortunately, had a rough patch a couple of years in the state leagues, but they're back in the top tier once again of Victorian football here tonight, and they're really priming to set themselves up for a big second half of the season here.
Yeah, you're right, Utz. And, these two sides have played each other plenty of times. Like you said, through the state leagues, and now in the Chanel NPL Victoria. Early in the year, I guess we saw it split even. But this time around, anything's possible.
Absolutely. We thank you all for tuning in wherever you're watching around the world. We welcome you to tonight's coverage. As we said, it is a monumentous occasion. It is a jam-packed house. You would have to park around the corner, maybe down the street even. It is a huge amount of fans here on the camera side as well. A lot of Preston fans making the trip across. But if you look at it, there's a lot of food here. We've got not only the bistro, we've got the canteen, we've got a separate barbecue, and to our right, we can smell the kebab here from the right-hand side. They've just got food everywhere. You can't say that you can't get a food or drink from, any corner of the ground here.
Trying to lure them into a false sense of security. They feel like they're playing a home game almost, the Preston supporters coming in, listening to the sign of kebab here. But, yeah, it's a lot riding on it. You can see Vasiliadis, Fleming just shaking hands below us. And what a momentous occasion here. It's Decker Park for this one. Round 18. Stay tuned. Don't leave. This one's going to be an absolute ripper.
Absolutely right. We'll start off with the home side. George Cross, currently in 6th place on 25 points, are coming in to this game with back-to-back wins, and they're undefeated in their last 5 with 3 wins and 2 draws. So they are coming off a good run of form, and they obviously want to continue that run tonight, make it a 3 wins in a row, and also secure their spot in the top 6, though. In those 5 games, well, they've been absolutely incredible here. They've had scored 10 goals in those wins, actually, and 4 against, and they've kept 3 clean sheets, which is huge coming to the busy end of the season. And obviously for the visitors, Preston, they're in 8th place on 23 points. They do have a game in hand, Arts, against Melbourne City, which we obviously know will be played in the coming weeks. They are also coming into this game in real good form. They, coming off back-to-back wins, which is a really important, and 2 losses in their last 5 games. They've interesting stat for you here, Arts. They've either won 1-0 or lost 1-0. Which is huge. 3 clean sheets in that period of time, and they'll be looking, obviously, they've got to keep one eye on the league and also one eye on the Doherty Cup, which they'll be playing North Sunshine Eagles, and then they've also got the round of 32 match against the reigning, Oz champions, Newcastle Jets at home, which will be a massive, massive occasion here. But back here tonight, as you mentioned, they've played each other 62 times. Georges have won 23. There have been 10 draws, and Preston Lions have won 29. As you said, they did meet in round 5. It was a 1-1 draw when Christian Siciliano absolutely performed a superhuman feat with 11 saves. But to give credit to Preston, they did give Georges a bit of a touch-up in the Doherty Cup quarterfinals when they won 6-0 there. So try to even out tonight, maybe, Arts.
Yeah, it's going to be a big test, and I'm sure that won't play on any of those players' minds out there at the moment. They know that this game is all to play for, and from the first whistle to the last, every little ball, every little moment counts. So, at home, you really favour George Cross to be in this game throughout, but Preston Lions, recent form, the big win after 21 years of not winning at Heidelberg, they've gone and done that. They've got rid of that hoodoo at least. And here tonight, you just never know, Arts. If the Preston side comes out like they did last week, they're really going to go out there and really push for those 3 points.
Absolutely right. George Cross will be kicking to the left of the screen. They'll be wearing their red strip. The away team, Preston, will be in white with the black shorts and white socks. Huge occasion as we wait to the kickoff here. Yanni Aziz will get us underway very shortly. And there we have it. It's George Cross. We'll go through the starting lineups after this short passage of play for George Cross. Pretty much 2 changes coming in is the mid-season transfer signing Hassan Jallo and Morgan Filer to the bench. Coming up was Jonathan Alvarez and Tyler James, who have both been admitted. But for them, Michael Zouzidis, number 8, Nicholas Dibb, number 10, Leo Marzis, 11 is Joshua Whiteley, 15, Justin Spiteri, 16, Daniel Cutler, 18, Luke Lofts, 23, Ross Vasiliadis, 25, Maker, 27, Otman Benadu, and number 40 in goals is Christian Siciliano. And for Preston in goals, Ryan Scott, the captain and goalkeeper. Number 2, Dominic Foligno. Number 4, Jamal Ali. 5 is Aidan Bryce. 9, Jason Romero. Number 19, Oliver Kubalay. 20, Zach Cianci. 27, Luca Tavia returns after his stint with Perth Glory. 32, Stefan Negro. Number 77, John Albano. And number 80, Sian Cuba. So strong lineup from Preston. Coming in is obviously Jay Romanowski, the mid-season transfer from Dandy Thunder, and Luca Tavia out, Ethan Pandov and Jonas Markowski.
Yeah, it's rounds a really good starting 11 for both sides, and has been something in the making of with the signings. So we're waiting for things to really unfold in the transfer market window, and gee, they have all over. I mean, just to make a brief mention, Tavernier, you mentioned signing for Preston, and Jallo for George Cross, who's come over from Dandy Thunder, who at the moment are also down by 1-0. So quick update, I guess, for the viewers at home there, Arts.
And the play is waved on, as you mentioned, those new transfers for George Cross, Hassan Jallo at this stage, coming over from Dandy Thunder, the 27-year-old from Sierra Leone. He's also played in Iceland for UMF Grindavik. I'm not sure how much you know your Icelandic league, as that's going to be the first challenge of the game. Michael Zoutsidis. We'll have a quick chat to the referee.
Doesn't shy away from a yellow card to Zidis. That was a heavy challenge, but luckily for Cuba, he was able to get up and unscathed with that one.
So free kick here for Preston Lions. Over the ball is Sian Kuba. Luca Tevere to his right, so didn't get a chance to play a lot of games at Preston as he signed in the start of the season, then went to Perth Glory. Now he's back here again, but it's going to be Cuba. First opportunity here for Preston Lions. And still coming in, trying to find a car park as the cross comes in. It's low, looking for the back post. It's gone through for a corner, so nervous moments there for George Cross fans as that one just goes through. And Luca Tevere will come across to bring it in. As we said, Crowder still coming through the gates, which is a great sign to see. So Tevere to bring it in. Into the hot spot, punched away by Shounce of handball. Referee says no. It'll be a throw in here for the benches for George Cross, Casper Fonswell, the reserve keeper, Jordan Tucker, Morgan Filet, Jakub Mustafa, Hassan Jallo and Callum Pickford. And for Preston, it's Leighton Brooks, Stefan Zini, Jay Romanovsky, Naoki Suter, Luke Francis and Mayan Mayan. So Preston on the front foot early. Just keeping it in. It's good brought down here by the Lions as Lofts just trying to win it back. As good footwork that time by Jason Romero. Sevilla, or Tevere, sorry, should I say. Cuts back onto his right, out wide to Foligno. Can go further wide. It's good movement here. Chianci. And it's going to go in the way of George Cross.
Good start for the Lions. They've just nestled that George Cross defence back in the early stages of this one. Just thinking the home fans met their match with some of the away fans starting to build through as well, the Gates Huts. It's really going to be one of those games where you hope that it pushed into a situation where you saw there Siciliano making errors. Ali to bring this one back into play. Preston just happy to keep the momentum. So they go all the way back. Scott. Ali presents short. Decides to switch. Almost a heavy touch, but play themselves into a bit of pressure there, the Lions. Throw in Eden Bryce, just leaving that one there. Stealing a few yards, the Lions. Flicked on. Picked up. George Cross. Maybe their first foray going forward here. Again, Preston just having to watch their lines.
As you mentioned, those mid-season signings, we just found a bit of passage of play. Jay Romanovsky from Thunder, Zach Lasoyarski from Perth Glory, former young Socceroo and Western United player, under-20 Asian Cup winner, and former Sydenham Park junior. We said Luca Tevere, Daniel Lazarevsky, Melbourne Victory Western United youth, represented the Joeys at the under-16 AFF Championship and under-18 Macedonian national team. He has been playing for Preston in the Cup games, as was signed before the transfer window, so not in the starting lineup tonight. And obviously, and just announced today, it's Anthony Berg-Gilroy, formerly of the Newcastle Jets, Brisbane Roar, Perth Glory.
A chance early. Sorry to cut you off there, Arts, but Luke Lofts was able to cut in. Just puts it past far post of Scott's goal.
And out of those players we mentioned, Nuts, they have 5 father and sons. I don't know if this is the first time it's ever happened with Markovsky, Zini, Lazarevsky, Losoyarski and Romanovsky. Jonas Markovsky, obviously father John, played 48 games and 15 goals. He also played for George Cross here, not at this ground, but 95 games for 38 goals. He's made his debut as a 15-year-old in the NSL back in those days. Imagine being 15 playing against men, as Siciliano will get it under control as Cuba trying it down. And again, it's a poor clearance there by Siciliano. That's the second time he hasn't been able to get it to where he wants it. So it's something that he needs to be careful of in tonight's game, Arts.
Yeah, just maybe feeling the nerves early in this one, but best to get them out of the way early. Is that one over the top?
Oh, there's two balls on the field here. Teveray trying to bulldoze his way through. Good work, Kubalay. Oh, it's a lovely ball through. Chance early. Just wide by the Preston Lions, and that's a big, big let-off there. That should have been in the back of the net. And that's an early warning side. George Cross can't simply afford to allow Preston to do.
Yeah, just opened up just before we saw George Cross have an opportunity of their own. Very similar. Swings that one past the far post. But promising signs in this one. Chances opening up as Whiteley flicks that one out. Jamal Ali playing from the right-hand side this evening as he did last week. Long throw. Pressure on. Just flick forward, Cianci. Trying to go the other way. Push. Nothing called. Firmino to Ali.
Oh, Josh Whiteley there just copying one in that big chest of his as Cutler now going forward. Oh, it's a poor pass from Whiteley there, looking for Nicholas Dibb, formerly of Preston, as that time Kubalay shanks it wide again. So both teams not at their best at the moment, so hopefully they can start to pick it up over the next couple of minutes. As we're going through Stefan Zinni, who's on the bench this evening. His father, Andrew, played 91 games and 22 goals, so he'll be looking to add to his tally this evening. Stefan Zinni as they break through. Teveray going forward now. It's Cuba. Streaming forward is Negro. He can go wide again. This is good movement here by Preston Lions. Cross into the box. It's early. Good work by Siciliano. That time had to come out.
And another update for you, Arts. A second goal for Hume away at Dandy Thunder.
It's going forward now. Pull out wide. It's good footwork here. Beautiful footwork by George Cross. Back to another ball through, but solid defensive work that time by Aiden Bryce. Looks like a man mountain from our point of view. Arts here. He looks huge as Cianci now driving forward. Lovely ball down the line to Romero. Zoutsidis just slowing him down. Romero back heel to Cianci. Gets above the byline. Cross comes in. Cleared away. Lofts. Likes scoring against Preston. He's scored 5 over the last couple of years. That's along with his stint at Bulleen Lions. Too casual there from as Dibb just calms things down. Bernardo. After a ravaged season last season. Got to be careful there. Took too much time now as Romero going forward. A little dink over the top. Well done by Maker. Maker not out of trouble yet. Zoutsidis once again just sliding in through the challenge. Cianci squares it. Teveray shoots. Not sure if there was a shot or a cross, but either way, Preston still hold on to the ball. Coming in is Negro on his left. Low ball. And it's going to be a free kick. And quite possibly a card. Nope. Referee just giving a warning there.
Probably the final warning there, because that was a clear drag back. So getting away with that one, the Lions. They've just found ways to unlock this George Cross defence. That time, unable to find a shot on target. But they have built a solid foundation going down that right-hand side. Long ball
Siliades couldn't get the connection he wanted as Cianci. That's going to be a good battle between the two youngsters driving forward. Cianci now going over to the left-hand side. Negro overlapping, squares it to Tevere. Oh, beautiful move there from Tevere. Just cross comes in. Siciliano this time got there early. It's all been Preston in the opening minutes here at City Vista Decker Park. As we said, fans are still coming in nuts, lining up at the gate. You can see to the top right of our screen, so there's plenty of space for everyone. Lofts, up and under ball. Just a hot ball at the moment. No one really wanting to take control. Eventually brought down. Lovely ball through now. Out wide, Marzis. Going forward, Leo Marzis. Still going Marzis. Shots blocked and allows Preston to clear it out through Tevere.
It's good work there. Goes wide, finds Jamal Ali. Preston just having enough time just to progress the ball upfield with quite enough ease here as Tevere now makes a run forward. Looks like he was fouled. And another one where it's dangerous territory here. George Cross, once again, caught on the wrong side. Vokmaker, that time, was looking to make a challenge and mistimed it completely, Utz. And this could be an opportunity for the Lions to just test Siciliano here, because he was a bit shaky on his feet early on. But this could be the moment to unlock the deadlock here, because it's really built up with the amount of spectators now have come into City Vista Decker Park.
Yeah, poor challenge from Maker there. Sian Cuba now, he'll fancy himself here, as you said, Arts. Siciliano really needs to get this wall. He has got 4 at the moment. Covering his right-hand side, he's got to make sure that left-hand side is also covered. He got Aidan Bryce just hovering. So he's standing next to Josh Whiteley. It's going to be an almighty effort from Whiteley there to trying to out-jump Bryce, but anything can happen. It's Cuba patiently waiting for it here. Cuba gets around the wall. Just sneaks past the right-hand post there. Solid effort there from the Queenslander, Sian Cuba.
The wall just tried its best to get up and block that one out. It was perfectly lofted over and dipped back down. It was devilish, really. Siciliano could only watch and hope for that one to go wide, which it did in the end. Just got to be wary of where they're giving those free kicks away, Arts, because we know what capability of Preston to score from set plays.
No free kick there. Interesting call by the referee. Second time that's happened.
Lofts. It's a nice ball to Marzis. Has one to contend with. Just going to have to find himself back on his feet, going the other way. As Preston look to shape an attack of their own. Been a fight for possession in this midfield. And up and under. Marzis doesn't even bother to go up for that one. Whiteley has been dragged back. This time the free kick is given.
Home fans and away fans in full voice here. It's a great sight to see out in Fraser Rise. It's absolutely standing room only on our side here. Two great clubs, proudly representing their communities and also Football Victoria as well. As it's Luke Lofts now. Whips it in, it's a deep ball. Easy grab there for Brian Scott. It's a quick release there, Spiteri. Gets it out wide to Whiteley. Needs someone in the middle. It's a lofty ball over the top to Cutler. Oh, good work by Cutler now. Just has too many white shirts around. Trying to square it out, he does. Whiteley now. Cross comes in. It's a long ball over the top. And Stefan Negro will be able to clear. Probably not the right decision there.
Yeah, just overcooked across there, but Whiteley getting himself in the right position. Oh, thanks to the nice little cut pass by Lofts. Opened up nicely for the cross. Just waited a little bit too much that time around. Preston had too much to deal with on the defensive side of things. But on the offense, I've already had a few attempts. Just happy to knock this one around. Come forward through Bryce. Goes central. It's a nice little deft pass. Touch on that time by Albano, just to take the pass away. Quick throw in from Ali. Gets it back again. Looks for the ball over the top. The chase was on. Important clearance though. Tzitzidis just getting out of position to make sure they're covered from that angle. Oh, beautiful there by Jamal Ali. Almost could fit that one on the high reel there. Whiteley. Cutler. Looking for the long switch. Chase is on. Negro. Marzies. To the pacey players in this Chanel NPL Victoria going at it. That time. That's too quick was Negro.
And just use all of his A-League experience. As another lovely ball over the top to Chianchi now. Getting himself composed on the edge of the box. Cuba. Oh, a little dink over the top. I don't think it was a cross. It was definitely aiming for goal. Just going wide, but you could just see the breaking speed that the Preston Lions are able to just get it from one side out to the right-hand side. Chianchi at the moment, he's playing unstoppable there by the youngster. Ross Vasiliadis definitely has his hands full. You can see that Chianchi just starting to grow with a lot more confidence over the last couple of weeks.
He has 20 minutes in us, and it's been tense, tight in some stages, but the better opportunities definitely come towards that Preston goal.
Just having a look here, it's Nick Dibb who's sort of playing the sole midfielder, and Justin Spiteri just in front of those back four there, so something maybe Eric Vasiliadis will definitely have to look at, and maybe just get another extra man in the middle of the park. They're playing with a front three at times as out wide to Bernardo. That's going to test him. He gets there just in time. Good cross into the box. It's headed away that time by Dominic Foligno. And that will be a throw deep at right wing in front of the way Preston supporters there.
It's a dangerous cross in from the right-hand side. Benadu loves cutting back on that left foot, Arts. You know he's going to do it. Sometimes it's not as easy to stop someone going on their left side either. The unpredictableness of those left footers, I'd say.
We've seen the A.N. Robin style of cut back in from your onto your left, as looking to go the long throw here, get it into the box. It's bounced out. It'll be cleared by Preston now. They've got to get numbers forward. It's a good challenge there. Play on is the call. It's a lovely ball out wide. Tetevere now. He's waiting for it at the back post. It's a good challenge.
It's heavy. It was a heavy touch. The yellow card will be issued. Joshua Whiteley cautioned. First caution of the evening.
You can just see that play there. Luca Tevere was on the right-hand side here. He was waiting for it. He was screaming for it. They just couldn't get it to him. But again, it's that breakaway speed by Preston. It's really starting to hurt George Cross through the middle of the park. Happy to recycle here. Kubalay. It's a long switch there, but just not on the same page as Chianchi. Opening 20-odd minutes here. Stodge, what are your thoughts so far on both teams at the moment?
Yeah, look, it's been cagey at moments. Players trying to win those balls, the second ones especially. But Preston, I think, at the moment, just managing their possession a little bit more in a way where they've created better opportunities and very dangerous on the break. George Cross, I think, will be still somewhat satisfied in his first 20-odd minutes, but just have to be wary because that ball over the top, it's hurt them at times. And here's an opportunity now for Chianchi. Eyeing up that cross, goes near post and a header. A free header as well for Jason Romero. Could have easily been 1-0.
They're the moments that we talk about here. You've got to take them at every chance they're presented. That's 2 big chances for Preston at the moment. Haven't been able to put them away. And George Cross, they're really living on the edge at the moment. They really need to tighten up a little bit in defence.
Just got to try force that Preston ball sideways or backwards, because you can see how dangerous it is when they're going forward.
Adam Bryce just absolutely ragdolling Cutler at the moment. Negro clears the safety. This is where George Cross maybe just need to hold on to the ball for a little bit in their attacking half. Just ease the pressure off the defenders a little bit. Put the pressure back on the Lions' defence. Easier said than done, but you only need one chance. And a player that steps up to take that opportunity. As you see, is looking to run forward as well as Maker. They changed their mind now, coming back. So I'm not sure what's going here as George Cross just changing players as it's Whiteley now that's going to go long into the box again. It's headed down, brought down players everywhere. Just falls into the lap of Ryan Scott, who quick releases. Tevere now driving forward. Ball over the top, it's 2 straight, and Siciliano will be happy to just get this under control.
Was off his line early there, Siciliano, looking to read almost like a sweeper keeper in that situation, and taking his time just to get this one back into play. Important now, these minutes, as we get to, or just past that halfway mark of the first half. And George Cross have had to evade a couple of waves of Preston pressure, and you can sense that their way is trying to get those throw-ins. As you saw earlier, though in the last instance it took a little bit of time, so that one gets picked off. But the intent is to try and find those set plays.
Good challenge there from Dib. Double challenge. Some slick football there from George Cross, but they just turn it over a little bit too easily there.
Yep, it's a matter of just retaining that possession and just being a little bit more resilient in winning those challenges too, as Whiteley's trying to do that here. Ali. They go central. They did find Kubalay. Does find a nice little passage of possession here for Preston, just to make their way past that George Cross defensive halfway. Nice little work. The ball goes in behind. Again, Chianchi in it. Laid that one, and that one went sky high, almost into the car park.
Yeah, almost taking out one of the kids behind the goals there. So, testing times for both sides. As we said, absolute phenomenal turnout here for both sets of fans, trying to get their team across the line. At the moment, it's been an interesting battle so far. Preston had a couple of early chances, but just not able to put them away. George Cross building up play slowly at times, but when they move it a lot quicker, they look a lot more dangerous going forward. You can see Siciliano coming off the back of the head of Foligno there as Vasiliadis back to Zoutsidis, who goes long. Just no one really taking control of the ball. Spiteri out wide to Lofts, the Englishman. And it's going to be a George Cross throw right in front of their bench. Whiteley.
Sorry, Moskowski trying to play linesman there. It's trying to get the throw in for Preston. But unfortunately that time Ali's tackle did come off him last. So it'll be a throw in here for George Cross.
It wouldn't be a coach trying to get their side an advantage from nothing, would it? There's Lofts now over the top, straight to Ali, back to Lofts off the shoulder, and that's going to put the ball out of play and a chance for Preston to bring it back in.
What have you made of Preston thus far in this first half, Utz?
Oh, look, the speed that they're breaking George Cross through the middle of the park is a bit of a concern. At times, Nick Dibby's playing that sole player at the moment. Looks like they might have just plugged Luke Lofts back into that middle just to assist him, allow Cutler to be on his own. As again, it's Dibby just giving away a cheap ball there over the top. Preston clear. Zoutsidis and Spiteri both going after Romero. And it'll be another throw here. But yeah, George Cross, when they move the ball quickly, they look very dangerous. But it's plays like that just turn it over. And Tevere now in the centre of the park. Spiteri tracking his run out wide. Streaming forward, numbers for Preston now. The cross comes in, it's a high ball over the top. And they got on the end of it, it is a corner. And you can just hear the oohs and ahs on the Preston fans to our left, right underneath us. They knew that was a big, big chance for them.
Yep, that's the moments where the tracking runners coming back for George Cross need to defend those ones, Arts, because they're filtering numbers forward, the Lions, and this could be a moment for them just to continue their pressure. Brought into the box, players forward, the header stays in play and cleared by Maker. It's come on the edge of the box and it's been cleared in the end, and Negro just having to run back to retrieve. Preston Lions just cranking up the pressure gauge. It's really something to behold.
Yeah, they're starting to really get into the game as Tevere. Oh, it's good movement there, cut off by Dib. Back to Cuba. Going forward now, Preston once again. Maker just cutting that one off. Oh, got cleaned up real late there. The referee will bring it back for a free kick.
Yeah, just pointed out to me, Arts, yes, Dandy Thunder have found one goal back against Hume City in the 73rd minute. So, came on again.
Remarkable turnaround by Thunder after last week's 11-0 loss. As lovely through ball, Chianchi now. Stops it on the line. Cross comes in, squatted away. Oh, shot came back as quick as it came in. And really, Siciliano that time really should have done better there. It was almost a slap away when he should really either grabbed it or cleared it properly.
There's almost a miscommunication between him and Maker. I wonder if that's what put him off in the end. So, again, nervy times for Siciliano. Hasn't had the cleanest of first halves, has he?
Well, when he's kept the goal out, which is good. But again, as a keeper, we were told you just got to clear it. Whoever's in your way is in your way, whether it's a teammate or opposition. You take out anyone possible, as long as that ball does not come back your way. So something for the youngster to really think about is, if in doubt, just clear it out and clear it. Whoever's in front of you, they just have to take the friendly fire. As Ali now cutting through the middle, out wide to Chianchi. Really getting involved in this game now. Chianchi cuts back into the middle of the park, just trying to get back on his right. Tevere. Cross comes in, it takes a deflection. Deep, and that's where Siciliano really needs to come out and command that 6-yard box there. He really needs to make sure that ball doesn't drop, and you could see that, I think it came off Dib there. It could have easily have gone in the back of the net. That really needs to be his ball.
It's a really awkward one to deal with when you're running back towards the goal. And that clearance, again, just having to run back and chase back in numbers, George Cross, to get that ball cleared.
Cutler just couldn't get it to Lofts, or he just stood on it nicely here. Lofts, he's got about 3 white shirts around. They're going forward. Good challenge in the end from Spiteri. Maker in the middle. Lofts now. He's just got to go forward here. Luke Lofts can go wide, just holding on to her a bit too much there. We could have gone to Marzi's on the right-hand side as Preston now look to break away over the top to Chianchi. It's a lovely ball. He gets there. Cross comes in. Cuba just brought it down, but eventually it's cleared only as far as Foligno.
It's good work there by Zoutsidis just to shield off and get that ball cleared. Preston, again, just slowly, almost strangling that George Cross defence. Arts, they've continued just this barrage of attacks. Just don't know how much longer the George Cross faithfuls can keep this up. Just been penned back in. Everyone in their own half right now. Felino goes wide to Ali. It's been dangerous on this right-hand side. He's not been scared to make the run forward. That time, bit of a heavy pass. He's looking for Cuba. And has acknowledged that pass. He was apologetic, putting his arm out saying, I'll get that one next time probably. That pass was intriguing. It was kept in though, Cutler. And again, Arts just not able to retain the possession, and they're just continually having to be on the back foot and defend.
Yeah, it's not hard at the moment for them to, as you said, retain position. As soon as they get it, they turn it over quickly. It's going wide here as Ali trying to get involved, and Tevere thought about the cross. Oh, just come off the back of Chianchi there as Leo Mars is coming down for the switch as Cutler is able to get away. Hard chase here by Kubalay. Lofts in the middle of the park and needs numbers forward now. Lofts going forward. He fancies a crack, and that's not going to trouble Scott at all.
It wasn't really much he had ahead of him. Arts, he had to just have something at goal, and to be fair, Ryan Scott wasn't never going to be worried about that one. As Ali, seen plenty of it down this right-hand side, continues to get involved. That pass, though, given away. First real rarity of mistakes by Tevere. It's been excellent otherwise.
Absolutely. He's between himself and Chianchi, being the two good players. Spiteri, Zoutsidis. It's a lucky break. You just feel like Preston's front third at the moment. He's just not connecting everywhere else it is. And Sicilian at that time got it to Whiteley. He goes over the top, but an easy header there, and it'll be a throw here. They've just got to get control of that midfield, I feel, George Cross. If they can get that midfield back on their terms, or just not allow Preston to run freely through the middle. You can see now at the moment, Jason Romero, the only target. Tevere and Cuba are dropping in that middle, and they're finding, the amount of space. They can build a precinct there. There's the amount of space they have at the moment. So George Cross really need to plug that gap, you feel, in the middle.
It's not just that, Arts, but, where's the outlet? When you lose when they win the ball back, you saw Luke Lofts. He had no one to really support him. And, I mean, they're penned back. They probably just run out of energy a little bit, I'd say. They're just trying to preserve themselves, I guess. But, yeah, there's no outlet. Lofts was forced to shoot. And you really need players like Mars to get up there and just provide a little bit of support.
Because he's running back so much, he's just spent. He's got no energy to go as Preston again out wide. Chianchi seems like the target at the moment. Ali overlapping run. Back to Chianchi. Tevere, thought about it. Gets on his left, just showed too much. Oh, it's a free kick, and it's going to be yellow card to Spiteri. Probably a bit unlucky from our point of view. The referee did have a better view than us, but doesn't look like much in it. Did lose the ball.
Yeah, straight into Tevere there. He's just done enough just to poke the ball before the contact came in.
So it will be a free kick for Preston, this time just outside the box, which is very, very dangerous. This time looks like Tevere stepping up. They went just wide previously. This time now, George Cross hope it's a similar result. They got 4 in the wall.
They added a 5th last time, Utz, so it looks like they've said that didn't make a difference. Though Tevere, you probably have to say something about this one. This one, well, Siciliano, he's got to be wary of his near post as well, Utz, because he can curl it
down now.
Yep.
Well, he's back on his feet, so he's back down again. So it's all sorts for George Cross now. It's Tevere. Whistle goes. It's Tevere. Just couldn't keep it down.
I was expecting that shot directly towards that near side of where Siciliano was standing. just over the bar. But again, it's just pressure on pressure for George Cross to deal with. Good news for them is half-time isn't far away, Arts.
Plenty of time to go, as we all know. Half-time can seem like a lifetime away, but in football, it's every bit matters. As Siciliano this time, direct ball, good connection on there. Free headed that time, Foligno. Bryce. Benadou cuts it off, but straight to Tevere. Going wide to Cianci. Just gets it there. Cianci now looking to square on the edge of the box. Think over the top. Oh, Maker almost getting mixed up. No. Cleared. So George Cross defence really under the pump in opening minutes here. Well, not opening minutes, opening half, I should say. Sorry.
That's all right.
It's Tevere now. Again over the top. Straight to Cianci. Ooh, just taking a little bit of a slip there. Good to see no fog here tonight. In last night's game, there was just fog everywhere across all 4 games last night.
Yeah, it's been definitely one of those.
Winter is coming, as this.
Yeah, winter's definitely here in Melbourne, and I'd love to just continue pulling that pressure forward. As this is where Preston Lions can do something. It's opened up, and again, Romero was forced to go one way and then all the way back, and that's better. It's much better from that George Cross defence, having to force those passes backwards or sideways, really, which is what I said earlier, Arts. If they can continue to do that until half-time, I might just release a little bit of pressure off their back.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there. Otherwise, constant attacks by the forwards definitely will put you under the pressure and under the pump, and that's where decision-making comes into it. So it's a corner here for Preston Lions. We've played close to 40 minutes here at City Vista Decker Park. Fantastic crowd between these two teams. Is this the moment now? Preston. Cross comes in. Looping ball. Headed away by Maker. Another chance here for Preston. Just got tangled there between his feet. It was Tevere trying to twist and turn his way out of trouble, but Negro's there to assist. Out wide. Back to Tevere. Trying to find a ball out wide, just going nowhere at the moment in circle, so it's good work there by Spiteri. Negro going wide again. Romero trying to get involved. Hasn't had a lot of the ball, still going forward. It's a lovely ball down the line. And that's going to be a corner again for Preston.
Yeah, just having a look at Aiden Bryce, who is just holding that right foot. Might have just copped a knock on that last corner, because he's not up there at the moment. Was in the previous corner. That one's delivered towards the near post, cleared easily. Lofts did his job there. And that ball, nice little cut on it, and it's gone towards the centre. This time Siciliano makes sure of that one.
And that's good keeping it. That's what you want to see from your keeper. Attack the ball. It was in his 6-yard box. He had to attack it, and he did. So he's just building that confidence quite a lot, but then commentators curse, he just gave it away as easily as he got it.
Yeah, they just play it right back to Preston. And it's just been one of those first halves where they've had most of the possession, most of the Euros going forward. But again, George Cross need to find a way just to get themselves out of this rut of just having to defend. Timely challenged by Whiteley. It was a bit of a drag back. Game went on though. Jamal Ali. Again, Whiteley trying to urge the players around him just some help. He needs that assistance. He's not getting it at the moment. Ali's he's found his way on this right-hand side, Arts. He's skipping around one or two individuals and really causing headaches for that left side defensively for George Cross.
Yeah, that's a real concern because Cianci has absolutely dominated that side, and to get Ali, who's you could see in previous years with Heidelberg, he absolutely loved making that run. It's Cianci now. There's 2 minutes left to go here before half-time. Just taking a slip, turnover to Cutler. Back to Spiteri. No real options. Lofts. You see the defence by Preston. They get numbers behind the ball. Still going Lofts now. Just needs to get it. The challenge from Chianchi was absolutely rock solid by the youngster. Cuba. Ali. To Kubalay. Preston now trying to get at least one goal before half-time to take their lead. Georgie's getting numbers behind the ball now. You can see Whiteley dropping as well. Romero fancies. Ooh. Siciliano thought about it, but backed himself in. It's just gone wide.
Again, warning signs. Has been for most of this first half. Another update from the Dandenong and Hume City game. Hume City have put that one to bed. Arts, they're up 3-1. Godfrey DeBelle getting on the score sheet. There's that one set long by Siciliano. Flicked back by Foligno. Again, just looking to get forward and in behind through the flanks. This time on the far side. Heavy one. That one's cleared. And Siciliano, an awkward deflection. Had to be alert. What was that time around?
They're the ones that just take a slight little touch as Siciliano going to the right-hand side. But again, Preston just win the ball back. It's far too easy. Maybe they need to think about playing that short ball into the keeper, Spiteri. Back to Zoutsidis. Waiting for the fourth official to put up this. How many have added minutes? We've hit the 45. Zoutsidis going wide. And Negro that time met it first. Bernardo back to Maker. Just has nothing in front of him. Takes a swing at it. Ali and Whiteley. Ali winning the header. Rusiliadis. Red ball as Spiteri clears to safety.
Trying to get that one underway quickly was Ali, as they know time is thunder on adults in this first half. There's only 1 minute at a time.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. It's been a pretty good game so far.
Giuliano, nervy first half. He's come into it now. He's made a few saves. Gets that one forward. Not a holding. Foligno doing a stamp there, but important work by Vasiliadis. Jamal Ali needs to get this one underway quickly. Otherwise, the whistle might come. And it has. Half time between Caroline Springs, George Cross and Preston Lions. It's been a very tight affair. The Lions have been on top of it for most parts, but they've not been able to breach that defence of George Cross. Please do stay tuned. We'll be back in about 15 or so minutes, and the second half will be underway. When we do so, I'll see you shortly. It is George Cross 0, Preston Lions 0.
Well, Georgie fans, it was a big 45 minutes. We were under the pump for most of it, but we got to the halftime break near all. A chance for our boys to reset themselves, get a couple of drinks in them, and focus on the second half of football. I want to thank our matchday sponsor, Visit Malta. From world-class football facilities to crystal clear waters and historic city, Malta is a perfect destination for sport, culture and relaxation. Visit Malta, a Mediterranean experience like no other. Also want to thank Deca. The Deca Trifecta weekend is coming to Shepparton on the 1st and 2nd of August. 3 challenges, 1 goal to prove your fitness. Can you do it? Make sure you sign up to the Deca Trifecta weekend. Well, it's a big 45 minutes coming up after this, ladies and gentlemen. We need all your support. Keep the support coming through for the boys. We'll be back. Grab yourself a drink and a hot snacks. Plenty of football still left to come. Georgie fans, back for the second half. It's a big 45 minutes coming up. We want to thank our matchday sponsor, Visit Malta. From world-class football facilities to crystal clear waters and historic cities, Malta is a perfect destination for sport, culture and relaxation. Visit Malta, a Mediterranean experience like no other. The Decca Trifecta weekend is coming to Shepparton on the 1st and 2nd of August. 3 challenges, 1 goal to prove your fitness. Make sure you sign up. Let's bring it home, boys. 45 minutes
welcome
left
back,
to go.
ladies and gentlemen. Second half here at City Vista Decca Park. These Preston Lions and the George Cross going at it. What was a tie intense first half, but yet no goals to be rewarded of from the Preston faithfuls watching in. They looked more promising in that early stages and even towards the end of that first half. George Cross, well, they found pockets and spaces in between the lines at times, but it's really going to be a question of how they respond. There's now 45 minutes to make amends of what they did in that first half, Arts, and we're just mentioning Preston being on top of things. How did you see the first half, Arts?
Yeah, it's definitely in George Cross. We're under the pump. Luckily for them, Preston's forward line is obviously not clicking at the moment, but they only need one chance, and that's all it takes to get a goal in the back of the net. But that middle, that's all at the moment is old. For a little bit concerned about is Luca Tevere and Kian Kuba. They're dropping into that middle pocket with Kubale as well. And, Nick Dibb has an almighty effort to do on his own. And see here, Tevere, just like he's never left us, going wide as Ali. Well, he's mishit at this time as Cutler now. Can go back to Lofts, but goes to Marzies. Yeah, Marzi just had a tough evening now. There's Albano and Mako. Romero waiting for it patiently. It's Albano. He has a shot. 2 straight that time. Straight to Siciliano. And Bernardo now driving forward, so the start is frenetic from both sides. As was looking for a through ball, but just overhitting that one in his round 18 Chanel NPL Victoria match. Spiteri recovers.
Just trying to get a bit of possession in here. George Cross on the back foot for most parts, and Siciliano getting a rare touch. Mako with the long ball, given away. Just, I think Siciliano's probably not happy with that passage of possession there, Arts.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what was mentioned at halftime is don't give it away too easily. Siciliano at times just gave it away too cheaply after working hard to get it back, and that's something that obviously would have been mentioned. They need to make sure. It's a poor ball now. It's Cuba over the top to Tevere. Is this the moment? Good work from Maker, and George Cross just breathing a sigh of relief there as Bernardo. Oh, he's put Siciliano under the pump there. They're not out of trouble. It's Tevere. Chance comes in. It's Zoutsidis who clears it off the line. And a calamity of errors there by George Cross has really just put themselves under the pump unnecessarily. Siciliano just back on his feet, but those poor back passes, Arts, they're the killers that really just ruin the team's spirits once it happens. If it goes in, though.
Yeah, but still, Arts, it's really teetering on the border of giving that the first goal really to Preston. It's almost a gift, really, Arts. It's probably the best way to put it. Corner from really nothing now. Siciliano hopefully hasn't picked up anything in that exchange. The goal goes central and it comes there to the box, and the effort there, well wide. Almost hit the corner flag there, Utz. It was Sion Cuba. yeah, just having to be a little bit more aware of where they're playing ball back. I mean, Mako in the early part before that even occurred, had given the ball away in the middle of the park. Did well to actually make up for it in the end. Made an important challenge. Marzi stepped forward and went back and gave a really undercooked pass for Siciliano, put him into a really awkward situation. Luckily, that time they escaped.
Yeah, you really can't do... you know, especially to Preston, who, you know, are a side that have so much attacking power, despite only some 1-0 wins of late, but their bench, you know, Stefan Zinni, Leighton Brooks, Luke Francis, Naoku Suto. You know, all those players are... Spiteri crosses on the edge of the box. It's Marzi's. No one going wide. It's a lot better there. That's what they needed more of. Put the pressure back on the Lions. Leo Marzi's just skimming the post that time.
It was much better there. George Cross, when they do come forward, they're coming forward in numbers, they provide threat. Something that, of which the defensive Preston back four haven't really experienced too much of in this game thus far. Hudson, questions will be asked if they can withstand those, I guess, counters. But this one, again, Lofts trying to just cause a turnover, which it has in the end. Whiteley picks it up, central, goes forward, have a couple forward as well. Marzi central, Lofts central, just waiting for a cross. Looking to just keep the ball. Whiteley goes back. Nice little passage of possession here for George Cross.
This is what they need more of, as we spoke about it. You work so hard to win it back. Don't turn it over cheaply. And commentators curse once again as Kubalay. Tevere is able to turn. He goes wide. Francis this time has an opportunity. Sorry, Romero. Good challenge that time from Zoutsidis. Really stepping up tonight. Whiteley cuts back in. It's Whiteley now. It's a good chance here. Goes wide. Marzi's. And it's an offside call given by the referee. Eric Vasiliadis is biting his tongue there because the assistant referee is right in front. But that formation that Zoran Markovsky is playing, 4-2-3-1, is really causing havoc. They are really making it difficult. They've done that over the last couple of games, and it's really proven to be effective. And that's something that, you know, other teams need to be wary of. Obviously, next week they play Avondale at Avondale, and George Cross are at home again against Oakley. So big games for both sides as Negro into Albano, Cuba. Albano, tried to put the through ball in. Well, it's just a tad too much there for Sian Cuba.
Just looking really dangerous coming forward. The link-up play, just the Lions finding a way through. Just a bit heavy on the pass there, but Albano, Cuba just finding inroads.
So we see Siciliano again looking to go long, and Adam Bryce has given those a couple of times to Cutler and got away with it this time. Probably made it just a little bit too obvious as Tevere going forward. Oh, got to be careful. Whiteley still going. Tevere tries to cut it back, but foul has been committed.
Yeah, just an obvious pullback on the jersey by Tevere. Just continually making those runs beyond the defence. Finding those little pockets as well in between the midfield and the defence itself, Hudson. Tevere, his first game back in Preston colours, and he's really impressed.
Looking like George Cross are going to make the change. It'll be interesting to see who comes on as Whiteley, Cutler. Just too many white shirts around as Albano. Oh, good work from Bernardo now. Chance for Georges. Oh, Bernardo again. It's just that pass that really lets him down. They turn it over to the other way. Albano. Cuts through the middle, squares on the edge of the box. Tevere going wide again, Cianci. Crosses low. And that time, Zoutsidis once again. And will that change happen now? Not yet. It is a corner for Preston Lions on the far side.
Zoutsidis, that's just in the right place at the right time again. Really finding himself for a clean sheet, probably a man of the match bonus if you can get one. That's here.
There's a corner, darts it in. Siciliano confident that time, punches it away. Negro out wide to where it came from. Another high cross. Albano. Marzis is there. Cutler's got to be careful. Out wide to Marzis. Just has nothing absolutely in front of him.
He's being dragged back there.
I'm not sure how that is not a free kick. That you could see the tug of the shirt from here, and eventually it gets called. And that's where something the referee really needs to, clamp down on. If you allow it a couple times, they're going to continue to do it. And we want to see the game flowing. We don't want to actually see, the stop-start, especially these two sides that done, played really well so far tonight.
Yeah, I think the fourth official made a important call to bring that one back, Utz.
Yeah, good call by the fourth official. As Dib, wouldn't he love to score against his former side? He did a season back against Port Melbourne against Preston. That was a beautiful wonder goal.
I mean, we saw Markowski and Dib have a bit of a laugh early in the first half, but I don't think we'll be laughing if Dib does get a goal tonight.
Oh, it's Josh Whiteley coming across now to bring it, go the long throw. That sub still hasn't occurred for George Cross, so we'll wait a little while longer. Gets it into the box, it's flicked on, but no one on the end of it, and it's an easy pickup for Ryan Scott. He must be having frostbites this evening. He hasn't had a lot to do. There's Kublai again, just an ample space as Cuba out wide. Cianci. Cross comes in. Oh, Albano, good touch. It's cleared off the line by Zoutsidis again. And he's standing tall in the heart of the fence.
He's definitely heard me, Utz. He's definitely heard me from here. Zoutsidis is absolutely making a tear for 3 votes tonight. He's unbelievable on the line this time.
That was an absolute special goal line clearance there. Back into the action as Tevere now in. Oh, the header. And over the bar. And again, we talk about it time and time again. It's that middle of the park. It's just that one ball from the defence into the middle. And they're just outrunning out wide. It looks like Jordan Tucker is going to be coming on, playing his 101st match. Coming off his Luke Lofts. That's an interesting call there. Is taking off an attacker and putting on a defender. So is it a tactical change you feel, or maybe an injury? Maybe Benadu.
He's going to shift Benadu further forward, Utz, and then
Maybe
gives Marzis the opportunity to play in that 10.
Well, Leo wearing a number 10, and his first name's Leo. I'm sure we've seen that a number of times over the years. Can he be the difference maker? Tucker playing his 101st game, played his 100th last week as Marzi's already in the thick of the action now. Oh, good work by Marzi, still going forward, twists it wide. Not sure what he was trying to do there, but as it comes back for Scott. Basiliades' first mistake Scott's made all evening. Lovely ball there from Cuba, Albano. Looking to cut back into his right, it's Albano.
Oh, they've given a penalty!
That is just unbelievable here. It is a penalty here for Preston Lions.
Geordie Tucker, who's just come on.
I'm just trying to see here.
His arms just...
Oh, that is a tough
one.
call to make.
Yeah.
Better view than what we have up here. A brave call. But it is a penalty to Preston Lions here. And this could change the course of the game. It looks like it's Cuba. He's going to take it. No, he's not. He's giving it away. It looks like it's going to be Albano.
Yeah.
So, Gian Albano.
I don't have Tutsides on the line for this one, Arch. It's going to have to be Siciliano to pull some heroics here. He's got his water bottle. I wonder if he's got his water bottle with markings of where Albano's putting it. Yeah, so Albano, Siciliano. Are we going to see the opening goal this evening?
The stutter. It's a save! It's a save by Siciliano.
And another penalty!
Oh my God, what is going on? And it's a yellow card as well. Unbelievable scenes here. The initial save from Siciliano.
Oh,
it's Tucker again, looks like it.
Joey Tucker. He's given away 2 penalties in the space of a minute. Couldn't ask for
a horror start for Jordan Tucker in this game. Unbelievable scenes here at City Vista Decker Park. The initial penalty was saved, but the follow-up there. Well, does he go the same way is the question. We've seen it in the World Cup.
The thing is, it's not Gian Albano taking this one. It looks like it's going to be
Kubele. No,
Tavia.
No, it's we're just waiting for it.
Pretty sure Tevere is the one holding the ball out, so it does look like as Vasilianis is actually.
No, it's going to be.
It's not.
Oh, it's a goalkeeper coach. He's been sent off.
So
the goalkeeper coach has been sent off. We're trying to give you a play-by-play action here. The initial penalty was saved. Unbelievable scenes here.
Markovsky's probably just thinking to himself, can we get back with the game? Because he's chalked up and back down that touchline a couple times before, if anything's happened. Siciliano's getting his bottle again. That's surely not this time.
Well, does it go the same way? It looks like it's Tevere who's stepping up to the plate. Luca Tevere now. The re-signing of the summer signing into the winter signing is stepping up here for Preston Lions. Can he get us the opener here? He's patiently waiting for the whistle. This one's going to be talked about for a long time. It's Tevere now just waiting for the whistle as the referee trying to calm things down here between the players. Whistle goes. It's Tevere. Tevere, oh, it's off the post and in.
It's a beautiful penalty by Tevere. Slot it all the way and sent Siciliano the wrong way, off the post and in. That was impossible to stop, Utz. It was a beautiful, beautiful penalty. And Preston Lions, well, they've finally got the lead here at City Vista Decker Park.
Well, it's I'm not sure. The referee had a better view than what we had, but Luca Tevere has made it 1-0 here after the initial penalty was saved. And now the challenge has been set to George Cross. Can they step up now? And really, they've just got to get their heads back in the game, focus on it. There's still plenty of time left to go. We've got over 28 minutes left. It's now up to George Cross to step up to the plate, or will Preston Lions make it 3 games in a row where they've won 1-0? Will they push on? And their opportunities in the first half, but just couldn't put them away. And it took 2 penalties to eventually do so. As Adam Bryce gives it away. Is this a moment now that George Cross can get their heads back into the game?
The scenes we've seen in that box, it's I don't think I've seen that all season. That's the first time this season, I think, that we've seen a penalty be given, then being taken, saved, and then another penalty right after it.
Cross comes back in. Brought down. Oh, that was a big chance there. What a chance that was to get it back on equal terms from Otman Benatu. That should have been in the back of the net.
Would have been a wonder goal. Benatu just had a bit of space to just bring it down on his left and hit it. And inches away from making this game back to where it was when we started.
Well, it's definitely turned spicy, Utz. There's a challenge from Negro that time.
Yep, it has. Yep. He's controlled that time by Jason Romero. Subs getting prepared here, Utz, and it looks like Preston may be looking to flick the switch on their end.
Yeah, it looks like Stefan Zini. Come on as Dib. Can't keep that one in. Well, it's up to George Cross now to respond. They have to not die wondering. They have to really attack. It's easier said than done as Preston have had first harvest. Chianchi now going forward. Waiting for it is Romero, but Maker clears only as far as Cuba. Shot comes in again, but Maker clears. Kubalay out wide to Negro. Albano trying to create some space. Good work that time from Romero. And it's another free kick as Zoutsidis that time. And probably, again, he's probably been hard done by that one as he was, looks like he clearly got the ball, but the referee had a better view than us up here.
Zoutsidis just having to refrain from saying too much. Doesn't want to get himself into the book here. Just saw Geordie Tucker go off his feet too, Utz, and he was already on a yellow, so gladly he won the ball in that situation as we see a substitute being prepared here. It looks like it is Luke Francis, the hero from last week.
Well, it's going to be a triple substitution as they've got Stefan Zini and Leighton Brooks as well, so Soki Markovsky looks like he wants to take out this game and get it over and done with as it's Jan Kuba now. Aiming to extend Preston's lead. Can he do it? Big moment in this game now as Cuba waits for the whistle. It's Cuba! Just wide again.
Just like in the first half. Just wide over the wall as they make the changes here.
Zach Gian's coming on is Stefan Zini.
That's right. Romero is also making his way off. On comes Luke Francis. And the final change sees Leighton Brooks enter the fray. So we see the final moments for Gian Albano, who probably would be disappointed with the penalty miss, I think, at the end of the day.
Look, I think Jordan Tucker saved his blushes there, as what we can look at from the replay. As Cutler goes wide, but too wide once again. And we've got Aiden Bryce going down in front of us here. Just landed awkwardly on his lower back, so not what Zoki Markovsky wants to see. He's definitely one of the important players for him. He's been really struggling with injuries. We know how capable he is, and we know how important he is to the back line of Preston Lions. And especially with their games coming up. They've got a game against Avondale next week. Zoki Markovsky returns to his former stomping ground, and they've got North Sunshine Eagles in the Doherty Cup semi-final, and then they've got the Australia Cup match as well against Newcastle Jets. So it is a big, big couple of weeks here, and they've got that catch-up game in between then as well with Melbourne City. So Hayden Bryce, let's hope it's just a the fall that's really caused it, and it's nothing too serious. He looks back on his feet, which is a promising sign.
How about that, Utz? Chanel NPL Victoria has its own hydration break there.
No commercials, which is good.
We'll see. Zuki Markovsky's freshened up, and he's seen 3 changes in that one passage of bringing on to freshen up that attack that really George Cross has struggled to keep quiet. They've all had their spells on the ball. Stuck a long throw, goes up and doesn't win it this time, but still, it's only 1 goal. 1 goal is no safe lead. George Cross know that.
Yeah, but Preston have, really kept it real tight in the last 2 games with 1-0 wins as Bryce will test out the back as he goes down the field. Cini knows he won't get there in time.
Well, I have to go all the way back to when Preston played Oakley at home to see their last time they've conceded a goal. So it's been a very, very long time between those drinks, back in round 14, and that was the 24th of May.
Good passage of play here as Stefan Negro back on his right foot, a chance. Easy grab there for Siciliano.
He's dipping and swerving, Utz, but luckily he was going straight in the direction of where Siciliano was already standing.
Yeah.
Those ones, Negro coming back on his right foot. Happy to hit that. Long ball, Benedou. You'll see some changes lined up here. That's for George Cross now.
It's Jakub Mustafa. And also new signing Hassan Jallo. So Otman Benadou coming off. That's an interesting call there. And Hassan Jallo will take his place. So, and Daniel Cutler for Jakub Mustafa. So
that one less obvious, I'd say.
yeah, Otman Benadou, I'm not sure what he's played a tremendous job at right back, and then moved into the right wing midfield role. Then he's well, they've got just under 18 minutes left to go in this round 18 Chanel NPL Victoria match. Preston leading 1-0 thanks to a penalty by Luca Tevere after it needed to be retaken. Now it's time for George Cross to really show they can mix it. If the game stays the way it is, it'll be Preston who will take over George Cross's spot.
They'll also have a game in hand as well.
Chance now once again. Oh, it's an awkward cross that time from Leighton Brooks.
Almost look it mishit that, Utz. Maybe it was a cross that ended up being a shot. George Cross, oh, they know time isn't something they can afford to allow to go forward. They need to find a way forward, and this could be the moment.
Just took a deflection.
Yeah, it did. Jallo was in position. Mustafa also trying to get involved, but this time Preston come forward. Opportunity for Cuba. Looks to play it beyond the line. It's forced back again. Negro offers an option, gets it. Nice little disguised pass. Oh, it's beautiful. Nice little dummy. Worked on the first instance in the effort here. A big save and on towards the back post. That 2 Preston players. Negro gets it back. Take 2. Francis was the option in the middle. It's not to him in the end. Felino actually this time having a foray forward. And Kubale having to mop up. They go back, all the way back.
Some real desperate defending there by George Cross. Stefan Negro finding enough space. Brooks looking to go down the line. Preston really now trying to turn the screws on George Cross here. They want a second to really kill off this game. Whiteley, haven't seen a lot of him in the second half. Oh, it's a poor turnover here by Preston. And it'll be a goal kick. 15 minutes left to go in his round 18 Chanel NPL Victoria match. It is Preston Lions leading 1-0 by a penalty and had to be retaken.
Technically, it was retaken because it was a second penalty.
Well, look, the referee had a better view than what we have here, so he's the judge there. We just have to accept it. Need a bit of view, clearly.
Well, good way for Tevere to really mark his return, Nuts. He got the opportunity to take the second penalty. Didn't make any mistake.
I'm surprised Siciliano didn't go the same way as he went in the first time at Tucker. This time clears it. Ali. We'll be happy to see that one go over the line. And now it's Preston that'll just dictate the play here. 15 odd minutes left to go. They'll be controlling the game. Slow things down. Don't allow George Cross to get into rhythm.
I can tell you one thing, Utz. It's absolutely freezing here, but on the field, it's starting to heat up. Preston, well, they have a 1-0 lead, but it's not at all safe.
I'll tell you what, I'd rather have been cold and raining last week as we were absolutely drenched and our equipment was shutting down. I'll take this any day of the week. It's brought down, cleared by Vasiliadis, so
it's good work there by Maker. Just to put Luke Francis off on his first touch. Just making sure here, don't concede a second, Nuts. You feel, and I feel, to be fair, if a second goes in, it's probably night done for George Cross. Space for Ali. Gets back on his left foot and goes back the other way again. A couple of manoeuvres to go one way and then the other. They reset the plate. Bryce. Negro. So light just under hit pass there. And now an opportunity may go the other way. George Cross.
Mustafa still going forward, needs a little bit of help. Here's Marzies. Goes out to Spiteri. He's clutching his head there.
I do believe it's not a free kick, Guts. I think he just stopped the play there, the referee, for the head knock.
I'm not sure whether it was probably accidental from our view.
I think it was the actual trailing foot.
I think it was a hand. Not, I think it was Leighton Brooks there that just might have caught him. But
potentially their hand, yeah, you're right, Utz.
It won't be a free kick, it will be a drop ball. Eric Vasiliadis can't believe it. You can hear the boos from the crowd as Maker cuts that one off. Bryce putting a strong challenge. Tevere comes out wide to Zinni. Looking to take on Tucker. He plays it down the line to Tevere. He's got two to beat. As Maker and Zoutsidis tag team him. Maker just making his life a lot difficult, but he's that good at getting out of trouble. He made it look easy. Tucker just sprays that one wide, and that's a turnover again as Preston look to make it change. Nuku Suto will come on. So Tevere will come off, the goal scorer.
Great return. Tavare. Probably on for the man of the match today, Utz. He's been really all over the ball and in positions where really causing a nightmare for that defence. Got the goal from the spot. 10 minutes left or so in this round 18 Chanel NPL Victoria fixture between George Cross and Preston Lions. Tucker. Marzis. It's two and Suto just gives it out. Tucker with the long throw.
Good work that time by Hassan Jallo now, the new signing. Can he get him back into this game? Tucker cuts into the middle. Oh, player's gone down. He's been told to get up. Joshua Whiteley can't believe it. Not sure what happened there. And this is where the experience of Preston will come into effect. This is where they know those, challenges. They can take the risk. They know they can play them off.
Jamal Ali, just a little bit of a grab there on Whiteley. Ball wasn't going to get to him in the end. That's probably what helped the decision for the referee to let that one go. Scott doesn't have to do too much this evening. I'm sure he's grateful for that. Best defence in the league for a reason.
Chance here, Stefan Negro heads it wide to Zinni. Lovely touch there. Zinni just took a tumble. Kublai over the top. Good running here from Cuba now. He's waiting patiently in the middle. Francis. Oh, he fancies himself there, Cuba. He really should have done better there and just cross it in. As Luke Francis with the blonde hairstyle tonight. And given away again so cheaply by George Cross. Suto. Cuba. Yaqub Mustafa getting in the way. Siciliano clears. Missed there by San Jello. And now it's Preston just controlling the game to see it out. Don't do anything silly.
Jamal Ali playing that with Brooks. And again, the switch is on outside of the foot. Neat there. Go wide. Little 1-2, give and go. Tucker, very well there. Goal kick for George Cross. About 8 minutes and stoppage time to be played in this one. George Cross, just enough time to produce at least one last opportunity. They haven't had a lot of it.
Well, the last time they played George Cross at this venue was 13th of July 2024 in round 22. That was VPL 1 and it was George Cross winning 1-0 thanks to Ricky Foster-Hossaway. But back into this one here as Preston, and that's another poor cross. You just feel like if they just had their attacking players on point tonight, the scoreline could have read very similar to the Doherty Cup clash.
Possibly, Utz, but it's been some heroic events that's captivated this fixture today. And Brooks maybe has the wrong pair of shoes on tonight, Utz, to cause that effect of damage going forward. And again, Suto trying to get involved. Ball bouncing around, bobbling. Mustafa gets a touch. That one cleared forward. That time, Foligno had to make sure of it. Whiteley, haven't heard said much of Whiteley in this one. Long ball. Luke Francis is out wide and Suto and Chiliano gets to it first. Jallo brings this one down, but he's very much isolated. Good work. Whiteley heads it back. Siliadis. Two changes coming now for George Cross. That one in the box, the header, and it's cleared out. Cuba on the ball, sends it wide. And set forward by Jamal Ali. And there's streaming players forward here for Preston. Siciliano's off his line. And again, Brooks. Arts had the opportunity, just not the prowess to get the ball into the back of the net. Could have even driven the ball further.
He had Stefan Zini waiting for it. As the substitutions now, as Nicholas Dibb will come off. Coming on is Morgan Filer. Also Callum Pickford. Otman Benadu's come off already. So it looks like Whiteley. So I think the fourth official just frostbite's there. So they're gonna throw Maker up to the top. So they're gonna have Maker, Mustafa, and Jallo up top.
So, I think there's a bit of miscommunication here. Josh Whiteley's actually stepped off. He thought he was the man getting substituted. But he's back. He was just beyond the gates going towards the dressing room there for a sec.
I don't know who's come off. That's all.
No, it was Maker. Was it Maker? No, Maker's
gone to the top. I don't know what's going on here. If you know, ladies and gentlemen, let us know. We had number 27 on the fourth official here. Look, we'll get back into it. We'll try.
Here we go, Arts.
23. So Ross Vasiliadis came off. Sorry, so is Whiteley back on? He is. Sorry.
The fourth official playing us some hoax over here, Arts.
So it'll be George Cross now. 5 minutes left to go to salvage a draw. Can Preston Lions hold on here in this Chanel round 18 clash?
I do like the fact Vasiliadis is going for this one, Arts. He's put Maker as the free kick's given away into midfield. And just putting some extra tall timber in for the obviously the crosses, the set plays.
Well, he's got plenty to pick from Maker, Jallo and Mustafa, both huge. There's Whiteley. Just asked to bring her back down. Suto told to get back. Chance now here for George Cross. Everyone on the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Will it be the moment here for George as the cross comes in? It's a good ball in. It's headed in. Cleared. Looks like Negro, so another chance here, another long throw. It's going down to the wire here at City Vista Decker Park. Preston trying to hold on to make it 3 wins in a row. Ali clears. Tucker, composed. Gets thrown off the ball there by Luke Francis, and it's another free kick. And another opportunity here for George Cross. They've got to make it count. Goes down the line. Marzies now. Leo Marzies, can we see a spectacular from him? A little dink over the top. Oh, the header looks like from Maker. Cut off in the end. It's Pickford. 2 minutes left to go. It's all or nothing here for George Cross. Whiteley. Another ball over the top. Headed away by Bryce. And Preston will look to make a change if they can. It will be Jay Romanovsky. Danny Thunder signing. It'll be another throw.
This is troublesome now for Preston. They're just unable to clear the ball out properly. They're in position now for George Cross for a long throw. This is where they throw the tall timber up. Maker, Filer looking to go up. He's just getting Pickford to sit in the back there. Zidis is up there. Oh, if he can score, be incredible.
Cleared, back to Whiteley. Marzies now, can he get a cross in? It's a good ball into the box. It's headed away, still not out of trouble. Oh, it's a shove in the back there, and it's going to be another free kick, rightly so.
It's ball there by Jamal Ali.
Not needed, they could have broken away. There's a substitution now. Jay Romanovsky will come on.
Maybe just wait a sec on that sub. That's not during his
telling the fourth official to go, not go, go, not go. Changing his mind, but his father, Bill Romanovsky, played 10 games for Preston Lions, so proud moment in this one here is this opportunity now for George Cross. It's Leo Marzies over the ball. Can the little magician get George Cross back on equal terms? It's Marzies. He gets it through. Too straight. And Scott was able to clean it up. No one on the end of it, Utz.
Yep. Probably first thing that really Scott had to do this evening in terms of making a save. Francis was running that one down. And we have 5 minutes of added time here. It's Francis again. Filer's been taken out. It'll be a free kick for George Cross. Time now will most likely be made here for Romanovsky to come on. Matter of, it is going to be Cuba. Yep, Sion Cuba. He's coming off here. He's been taking his sweet time to come off us. I'm surprised the referee hasn't hurried him on.
Just using all the experience now. Preston, they know George Cross have to come at him. We've played almost a minute as Romanovsky comes on. Siciliano goes upfield. Spiteri. Whiteley over the top. Jamal Ali there with the karate kick. And, well, if you're going to give it one way, you've got to give it the other way. And the referee has done so.
Surprised Tsutsides has avoided a booking tonight, Arts. He's given away plenty of fouls this evening.
I think they've been smart fouls, as what they'll call them, as Bryce to bring it back into play. Is there one last chance left for George Cross here? Can Preston Lions hold on to their third straight win in a row? It's an awkward back pass. Bryce is there now. They win it back now. Can George Cross find something here? Shot comes in. It's cleared that time by Foligno. Spiteri. Still going. It's a lovely ball. Good defensive work that time from Zinni now. Romanovsky. Can he get it to Zinni? He does. Siciliano got there in time. He wants a shove there by Foligno again. So Scott starting to get busy late in the game.
There's an obvious free kick there. Suto, this could be maybe a costly free kick given away. Had his hands up instantly when he realised shouldn't have done that. Gives George Cross the opportunity as the ball, Siciliano was chasing to go grab. It's thrown over.
I'm not sure why that's not a caution given. You clearly, you can, I suppose that's why we're not referees.
I'll say one thing, Ants. The ball wasn't thrown that far off, so that one cleared out. Francis come on to do a bit of defending now. Ants, is it maybe an opportunity to play through? Oh, that one's come right off the face.
Stefan Zinni copping a falcon.
Zinni.
Josh Whiteley on one leg, he's hobbling. They really can't afford to keep him in the back line. It's testing times here. We've played 3 minutes out of the 5. Overrun, Kubalay. Ball over the top, Zoutsidis. Goes back to Siciliano. Spiteri tries to flick it on, Negro. Gets a double chance at it. Offside flag is raised.
It's about
90 seconds, yeah.
90 odd seconds left here at City Vista Decker Park. Siciliano players streaming forward for George Cross. Really final moments here. Can they eke one last opportunity, a gasp effort? Anything really. Spiteri was the man trying to lurk forward, and Pickford still trying to win the ball, and Preston are just there in numbers, 3 of them. And now Suto goes wide. Could be a moment here for Zinni, and he's just overrun it. Probably looking to go towards the corner. Giving the ball right back to George Cross.
60 seconds left. Marzi's in the back. Goes wide to Spiteri. Jello waiting for it. Filer just couldn't get there in the end, and Scott will be happily just soak up as much time possible. As being told by the team to just go long.
Players just
the
hobbling for George Cross as well.
Yeah, the referee's got to give him 8 seconds, otherwise it's going to be a corner. He just left it late. Zoutsidis wins it. Tucker. Headed away by Bryce. Zoutsidis again, back to Tucker. Preston now. Is it one last chance? Romanovsky now. Breaking the lines. It's Romanovsky. Good challenge in the end. That was never going to be a pen. Good tackle by Zoutsidis. They've got to go now.
We've hit our 5 minutes. Really
one
down to
last
the referee.
chance you feel like here. It's going to be a long throw. One last chance for George Cross here. Is there something left? Is there another twist to this tail? Whiteley is going to bring it in. Do you feel like this is the last chance saloon here for George Cross? Can they get something on the end of it? Will Preston hold on? It goes short to Siciliano. Cross comes in. It's a poor one. Now he's got to rush back into his box. Preston now going forward. And this is going to be it. And it's going to be Brooks. And Brooks will seal the deal. And secure all 3 points for Preston Lions. And they get themselves back into the top 6, but more importantly, they are undefeated in 3. And it is a big, big warning sign to the league that Preston are coming home with a vengeance.
Away fans are absolutely loving it here. Siciliano, well, he was given the opportunity to deliver a ball. That was so poor. He turned it over. Suto, acres of space to find the pass. And who was it out of all? Leighton Brooks, who really couldn't miss that one. Sealed the deal. We got all but 99 minutes here played at City Vista Decker Park. The whistle should go after this does kick off, Arts, but Preston Lions, well, they've been the better side this evening. They've taken their chances. And that is it.
Well, that's the full-time whistle in round 18. NPL Men's Victoria match between George Cross and Preston Lions. It's the visitors take it out 2-0 in the end. Arts, talk us through it and bring it home.
Yeah, it was an evening which really started with two sides really vying for their spot for finals football. And in the end, Preston Lions showing their class, showing their composure. And really, George Cross will look back at those moments where they could have just delivered a better ball or hit the target in those situations and tested Scott better. George Cross, well, they'll have to bounce back next week. For Preston, that winning run, that winning feeling continues. Another clean sheet to add on to that record. Well, we had pretty much everything here at City Vista Decker Park. It's myself, Alexander Stojanowski, and Alex Sifkarowski here on the Chanel NPL YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in this evening. We'll leave you for the time being, but we'll see you once again. Final score here is Caroline Springs George Cross 0, Preston Lions 2.
Well, Georgie fans, unfortunately our win streak comes to an end, suffering a 2-0 loss to Preston Lions. It's a tough one to take, but a lot of learnings from that one. We've got to pick ourselves up. We're back here again next week against Oakley Cannons. Another chance at 3 points. We want to thank our match day sponsor, which is Visit Malta. From world-class football facilities to crystal clear waters and historic cities, Malta is the perfect destination for sport, culture and relaxation. Visit Malta, a Mediterranean experience like no other. We also want to thank Deca. The Deca Trifecta Weekend is coming to Shepparton on the 1st and 2nd of August. 3 challenges, 1 goal to prove your fitness. Can you do it? Make sure you sign up. Thank you so much to Visit Malta and Deca and all our sponsors. Thank you all for tuning in. We know that you supported the boys and they would be definitely hurting after this game, but they can pick it up next week against Oakley Cannons and continue our push for finals football. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Saturday. On behalf of the team here, myself, Alexis Korosky, thank you for watching.